Hey there guys, Nervous Trading Cards, and today I'm trying something new, trying to make these setups look better. Unfortunately my face cam is still my computer webcam, which is completely another garbage, but I do have my phone trying to be a secondary. It's a whole process. But today I want to talk about my whole experimental quote-unquote control Bastion deck build. Now, this build's a little bit different than what you will see for the typical one, and like I said, this is just complete experimental, casual build. This isn't meant to be taken as like, this is the hot new thing. This is just something I've been experimenting with and having fun. Overall, it's been working pretty good, but I do think that there is plenty of times that I would have just been better off playing the typical beatdown Bastion build. So this is not me trying to be like, oh, I have solved the better build. No, this is just me trying to have fun, spread some ideas around. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started into the actual deck profile itself. Starting off, of course, we got four of the, the whole boys back in town here. The autofocus will work. All right, so yeah, we got our ride line here. I'm just playing this starter because I have it foiled. It's not really picking up because I need to figure it out. For some reason, the colors completely just like washed out on this camera mode that I have, and it's the only mode I can get working right now. I'll have to figure it out, things that'll come eventually, but have just the typical Bastion ride line. Still good, still really nice. Moving on into grade 3s, have ourselves here 3 copies of Bastion himself, 3 copies of Conquia BL. Gosh, I will figure out her name one day. Coca BL. 4 copies of the main man, Refluke. Now, I love Refluke. Refluke is easily like an amazing card in both D-Series Standard and in Premium. This card is a nuts card. It does so much. Like, for such a simple effect, it does great. And that's very Royal Paladin-y, which is what, overall Ketter's general direction is. It's just a more aggro-focused Royal setup, which that's what I've always loved about Royals. You just have these simple card effects that just do one thing, but they do them really well and help lead you to victory. So Refluke, really cool card, and he's very important towards getting things going. 4 Fasado because countercharge and soul charge is great. 4 Alden because it's Alden in a Bastion build. I mean, you still even play some Aldens in Hex Orb depending on who you are, but yeah, Alden's just overall great, amazing card. Like, this card it'll take serious power creeping to replace Alden as a card. But finishing up the grade 3, since I'm only playing 20, is 2 of the Downswinging Sword Order. Now, most of the Control Bastion list will just play 4 of this. I'm playing this a bit differently, so it's only here as a 2 of it. It only ultimately comes down to the fact playing more than like 3 orders was super bricky to me. And I really wanted to try and max out my other grade 3, so I dropped it down to 2, which is perfectly fine. It means I'm not overly reliant on the card. Now, if there's only 2 copies of this in here, it's not really a Control Bastion build now, is it? Well, it is. We're just going in a different direction by adding an actual control card. This grade 1 that's from the Hexa Orb Ride Chain, Tier Square Sorceress. She has the ability, which is her second ability, which is the one that I care about. Once per turn, per copy, when you drive check a trigger, you can counterblast 1, bop deck an opponent's front row. So you can cast your Downswinging Sword, bop deck a column, and if you hit a trigger that turn, you can go off ahead and go and pop the other one while still beating down. And then following that up, I do actually play another 2 grade 1s, which is Divine Sister Fasate. I'll figure out these names. I literally just I've been playing with them. I haven't really been reading their names. I just know all their effects. But her ability is that when your drive check reveals a trigger, also once per turn you can Soul Blast 2, countercharge 1. Since the only cards Soul Blasting in here are her, the Order, and Alden's a Soul Blast 1, the Order's a Soul Blast 1, and this is only a Soul Blast 2. You can, as long as you balance things right, you can get pretty good. Plus Refluke can give you Soul, Fasado can give you Soul. So overall, this has been working really great, and this also lets you do one thing that Bastion has a huge problem with, and that is to be able to guard against grade 1 rush turns if you have these in your hand, or perform grade 1 rush yourself, because that is literally Bastion's biggest weakness. If you hit him on that turn 1, turn 2 combo, he doesn't hit defensive, Bastion just hurts so much. And so being able to do that to, the typical beat down Bastion list, or just being able to guard against with all these extra 5Ks against the early pokes that can help you survive, super potent, and it's been one bigger change. Now, of course, there has been some time since I am playing these 6 grade 1s, along with, of course, the 4 grade 1 PGs, that I just didn't hit any triggers or any grade 3s, and that twin drive was dead. There's a very much, of course, a downside to this that you're going to obviously see it's going to be the main issue with this kind of build, but like I said, this is just more of a casual, experimental, trying to think things outside the box build, and that's pretty... Oh, that's it for all the grade 1s through 3s, and then moving on, I am doing the whole 4 heal, 8 critical, and 3 draw for now. I actually usually play front in Bastion. I'm experimenting with draws. I'm liking them, but I very much might go back to fronts. And if I do, I will definitely be playing the new fronts that were revealed today for DPTO2. And of course, rounding it off, do have the Killer Sanctuary over Trigger because we are still primarily playing grade 3s. And since we're not guaranteed doing like 5 attacks a turn like you could with Bruce, playing Obidia is, or whatever it's pronounced, the Cray Elemental over Trigger, isn't really worth it. So, yes, still using the Keter one. Well, that pretty much wraps up this deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below what you think on this. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for even attempting this for some reason, because even though we're in the best deck building era of Vanguard so far, there seems to be a lot of people who don't like people experimenting for some reason. Well, anyways, I'll try to make the setup look a bit better and, you know, function overall more and make this a little less cluttered in the future. But that being said, see you guys later. Keep playing the games you want to play, and as always, have fun.